Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Cross Watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you are finding this. First card out is Perfection with the root chakra. I feel like perfectionism may be what is getting in the way of your creativity, so that's something to keep an eye on, but we're going to keep going and see the full story here. We have Deep Knowing coming out. Beautiful. And I'm going to read this card from the book so you get a deep understanding about what Deep Knowing is trying to tell you. So the number 43 may be of significance to you at this time. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% true and correct. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust the vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. I feel that some of you guys watching have been given access to wisdom and teachings that only a select few people on this planet are allowed to access. And some of you may be gaining the knowledge of things like astral travel, astral projection, shamanic journeying, or the ability to connect deeper with your guides in a much more conscious way. Not necessarily just listening to your intuition and going with that. Like, this feels even deeper than that. You know, this is you and your soul journeying, traveling into the other realms, into the unseen realms, and with your psychic senses, seeing, hearing, downloading the wisdom, the information, the guidance you need in order to move forward and live the life that you want to live, achieve the goals that you want to achieve. You know, this is a power. This is a very sacred tool that you have been granted access to. So I feel like if you have recently or already have this tool or some sort of spiritual practice that you know that you can do in order to connect to this deep wisdom, you're being asked to do it every day this week, okay? Next, we have the eagle spirit with air energy. Oh my gosh, the eagle spirit rules over the east and protects you. This is a spirit that allows you to see everything very clearly, past, present, and future. And I really feel like so many of you Taurus that are connecting in this reading, you are looking at life from a very heightened perspective. And it feels like your consciousness lingers in the 5D and in the upper realms. And you're able to look down at how your past has contributed to your present. You're able to go back and revisit the past and heal things from the past in order to change your energy in the present and change your future. You're able to connect with all of the future paths available to you, see into them. This is very spiritual. Many of you guys watching are shamans or psychics or seers of some sort, light workers, but very powerful ones who have been granted certain wisdoms, certain tools that you can use. And there is, of course, even more learning for you to do, you know, to expand these tools and become even more powerful in what you do, for sure. So I don't want you getting a big head about it. Having this wisdom does not make you better or worse than anyone else. But I feel that a lot of you are really going within. I'm seeing like extra deep meditations this week, shamanic journeys, astral travel, very psychic dreams. It's incredibly spiritually connected this week for sure. So let's see what more specifics come out for you this week. We're going to get 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 from the Light Seers Tarot. First card out, yes, the Hermit. Exactly. I mean, this confirms everything I was just saying. The Hermit shows you on your own spiritual journey. Some of you may be single, or you're just in a period where you don't feel like you have that many friends, or like your social life is not exactly popping, okay? Like you're spending a lot of time by yourself. And it's in this time within yourself where your spirit guides and your ability to connect spiritually is incredibly, incredibly strong. Like you're almost in this monk-like state of being this week and at this time in your life. It's this chapter where you sort of are acting like the monk, you know, connecting in your solitude so much to these deeper planes. And look, this even depicts, like, this is a good depiction of soul journeying, astral projection, where your soul goes into the spiritual realms and is able to see things that you want to see and do energy work and deep downloads and healings. I love it. You're embodying this solitude and making the most of this chapter of being alone. Second card out is Strength. Exactly. Wow. You're doing shadow work. You're doing healing. You're going deep, deep, deep within yourself. Some of you may even feel called to help others in their healing journeys. But for right now, it's important for you to heal yourself and empower yourself. And you'll reach a state where you'll feel comfortable doing these deeper types of healings for other people. You may be doing some form of healing and helping and light work for people currently, caregiving. You may be doing that currently. I feel like in the future, you will be doing this at a much deeper and intense degree. And for right now, you're doing that intense healing work on yourself. And once you sort of restored all of your lost soul fragments and empowered yourself, educated yourself, and really get comfortable in these realms, I feel like you'll be doing this sort of work for other people at a much higher scale. So that's very fascinating. Wow, a lot of you are fellow spiritual light workers, and perhaps a lot of you also have your own spiritual businesses or missions here on life, even if it's not something deeply, deeply spiritual like being a monk or a psychic or something. Even if you're a nurse or working in the public service industry in any way possible, you're doing it with such a light infused energy. So it's light work nonetheless. Third card out is the 6 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you know, you're on a journey to bridge the gap between the high highs and the low lows that you've been experiencing. And I feel like in your soul journey, you're getting advice and wisdom on how to bridge that gap and return back to peace. And this will come through in a lot of practical advice. In the collective, I've been really feeling the advice of reducing social media, TV, and sources of fast and high dopamine that sort of burns us out and keeps us overstimulated and distracted. So I've been seeing that come up in the collective energy a lot recently. It's probably coming up for you as well in your personal journeys to, you know, receive answers and guidance in life. You may feel like your spirit guides, your intuition is sort of guiding you away from distractions and towards calmer waters, more alone time, or not more alone time, but like right now things may be very calm and you may have a lot of alone time. And on top of that, like your spirit guides or your intuition is guiding you to reduce the distractions even further, like completely silence out your life. And in this empty space, you will really focus on your purpose and your ambitions or whatever the heck you want to do in this life. So second row of cards out, fourth card is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. They don't have to be a fire sign, but they do give off fiery energy. They could be an older feminine energy. They don't necessarily have to be a woman. They could be a man, but if they are a man, they have a lot of feminine energy within their soul. They're very comfortable in their feminine energy. And this person is a little bit out of touch with their power. There is, some healing that they need to do. And their wound itself shows up as being a little bit of a know-it-all, okay? My way or the highway type of thinking. And while they are adventurous, well-cultured, fun, just magnetic to be around and very inspirational, when they are in this wounded energy, they have a strong ego. They have, they're just a know-it-all. I don't know how else to put it. So there may be someone like that who you're dealing with at this time, or who may be heavily on your mind. We have the 5 of Swords upright. Okay, this shows me that you're either currently in separation with this person, or you are walking away from this person this week. And it's because it's kind of sad. This is someone who I feel like you may have shared a very deep spiritual connection with. And those people can be few and far between, So you may not have necessarily wanted to let this person go. You may have felt that they were a very special soulmate in your life, someone, meant to be. But the problem was the wounded aspects of themselves showed up more often than not. And that wounded aspect, made them a know-it-all, very egotistical. And you may have just gotten the sense that they just didn't quite respect you. Which is the sad and hard part about this, though, is that I feel like maybe 45% of the time you're with them, they were in their light attributes and it was magnificent. And you did feel respected, but it's more often than not, you didn't, and they were in their wounded aspects. And so I feel like you had to separate yourself from this person or create some distance between you and give them the space to hopefully heal from what they need to heal. Some of you may be doing some astral projection, soul journeying, to kind of send them positive energy to heal, okay? If you're into spell work or law of attraction, you may be trying to manifest healing for them so that way you can enjoy your connection once again. But this is really up to their own free will at this point. It's in the universe's hands, and I feel like the universe is asking you to relinquish this sort of control or responsibility. Relinquish, waiting for them even and staying stuck to them and constantly tapping your foot, hoping that they will return in a much higher perspective. I feel like the universe is asking you to simply breathe them out of your energy, let go, and if it's meant to be, they will come back to you in the right way. 6th card out is the Hierophant in reverse, and this shows you going your own way, being your own spiritual guru. Okay, you're looking at other people with a lot of discernment. The teachers in life, the people who claim to be spiritual gurus, the people who claim to have all this knowledge and wisdom, you are looking at them extremely discerningly. And you know that the best wisdom and advice to follow comes from within your own soul and your own guides. So some of you I'm actually seeing are taking up a much more prominent position in life, stepping more and more and more into your own leadership abilities, especially when it comes to spirituality and your abilities as a healer. A lot of you are getting a lot of energy downloads at this time, turning you into a stronger leader, healer, and just a well-rounded person altogether. And I feel many of you watching this video may have the idea or the destiny, or you may be tuned into this path of yours, future path of yours, where you are a powerful business owner or leader or someone who facilitates healing within a lot of people. And this is just confirmation of that path. If you feel like you're on that path, it's beautiful. And it doesn't have to be a direct sort of healing either. You may heal through your art, your fashion, your music, your creations, whatever they may be. And that creation is directly linked to source energy. And it's coming straight from the divine, straight from the universe. So you are the sort of bridge, no matter what your talents, skills, and gifts are physically in this physical realm, you are bridging these worlds. So thank you guys for joining me. Lovely, deep spiritual week ahead. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, subscribe to the channel, and if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.